Hey, oozes and bunnies. This is a preview of the most recent Party Planning, an extra podcast that the Join the Party crew makes for our Patreon. If you want to listen to the whole thing, go to patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Check out this preview.
Folks, welcome to the conversation pit where it finally happened. I used the bathroom and the thing of my thing fell into the toilet.
No!
When I took my
Oh,
overalls
no.
down.
Oh, no.
Happily, the toilet had moments before been cleaned, so I smell of bleach.
Okay,
that's
Better than any other outcome that
Yeah.
involved my strap of my overalls hitting the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Amanda.
Thank you.
Do you want to stop this recording and just go?
Do you need a moment?
No, because what I want to do is kind of recline on, like, imagine if there was like shag carpeting covering, like a couch, but that couch was a square and in it was me and all my friends. Because this is the conversation pit, everybody. Welcome.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Wow,
they
what a
ever
lead-in.
invent a couch that was covered in shag carpeting? That would have been crazy. I'm sure someone did.
Yeah, Eric, it's called the conversation pit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Was it shaggy, though? Like a
It
dog?
depends. It depends. Some's felt,
could
some
be.
is shag. Some people had like that like faux fur texture. So it definitely varies. But you can totally buy a shag carpet couch cover.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
anyone in
imagine
the
so.
history of hosting things has transitioned from toilet strap to conversation pit before?
No, I think it was a unique experience for us.
Yes. Brandon, this is me proving my mettle to Bravo's executives about why I should take over for Andy Cohen.
He's close to retirement, I would say. I don't think he's gonna, Alex Trebek it. I don't think he's going to what's the guy from Wheel of Fortune's name?
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak it. It's not gonna happen.
Same.
Julia's Pat Sajaking it on this recording?
Yeah,
that's
that's
inappropriate.
illegal.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's what
Very
Jeffrey
gross.
Toobin did.
Amanda, if you change your last name to Cohen, they wouldn't have to change the show name because they could just be like, "Watch What Happens Live with Amanda Cohen."
Yeah. That's
with,
very true.
With Ashmershmer Cohen.
It's
With
close enough.
a Cohen.
With a
Yeah, a Cohen.
Eddie
Julia,
Cohen.
That's pretty good. Brandon, that's pretty good. Any Cohen will do.
Yeah.
I would also read as more Jewish than McLaughlin, which whenever it is said in the walls of our synagogue is very funny.
Sorry, you mean Amanda Noel McLaughlin?
That's my name.
Old Christmas McLaughlin going up to the Torah?
Christmas.
Old
McLaughlin.
Christmas.
Christmas
Old
McLaughlin.
Christmas
Old Christmas
McLaughlin.
is signing up to usher some services this summer,
Here
so
we go.
we'll see. Life contains multitudes.
If this was on Twitter, what we just said about any Cohen or a Cohen is like Jews when the Great Temple was still around as a quote treat.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Folks, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What is the conversation pit? What are you bringing into the conversation pit today? Eric just got a decrease on our office rent. That was nice.
Nice.
I brought a bowl of crunchy Cheetos covered in nacho cheese.
Oh, Brandon, I
call
meant like
them
emotionally, but that's also good.
Cheetos.
Nice.
Wait, so they were Cheetos covered in nacho cheese?
Uh-huh.
I would definitely do like a Cheeto with a nacho cheese dip. I think that
Yeah.
would be. I worry about the soggy integrity if you
Well,
pour
yeah.
the nacho cheese over it.
That's why I did crunchy, because I had that same worry. Eric, you
Eric
have
looks
a
like concerned.
concern.
I'm sorry. I'm like going into my flow right now. Obviously, because it's 1974.
Yeah.
And I was going to say before that 60% of households were only urinals in 1974. So that wouldn't have happened to you dropping your strap.
Can you
Overall
imagine having
strap.
a urinal in your house?
Some
Is that
people
a thing
do.
that people had?
Yeah. No, I'm joking. No, I mean.
Oh, okay.
But speaking of, because it's 1974, I have seen, and this would work if we were fun doing it.
Ooh.
Mm.
So it
You
could be.
spear a little crispy Cheeto.
It could be a fondue fork, or it could be a thing that I've seen lots of people do, and how they eat dusty chips with chopsticks. So you can pick them up, dunk it fondue style into Brandon's queso, And I
Yeah.
think that we're
Don't call
already
it
there.
Brandon's queso.
You're brought into the cockpit.
Brandon's queso is we harvest Brandon's sweat and then use that as the base, and then mix it with Velveeta, and you're done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Rotel if you want.
Eric-
Rotel if you want. But honestly, you got to get the no salt because you already have Brandon's sweat.
That's that Brandon queso.
The irony is, as we were talking about this, I got a notification at the bottom of my screen that there's been a massive cheese recall.
No!
Brandon's been putting his queso in other people's cheese.
Brandon, no.
Brandon.
My blood type is queso, and it is universal, so it works.
He's
That's
a
great.
universal donor, yeah.
Oh my god.
Julie, what kind of cheese? I'm really concerned.
I don't know. I didn't click on the article I just saw.
That's fine. I'm bringing some very varied energy into this. I've had a lot of highs and lows lately. First of all, so it's like, can I reach the highs that I had before, or am I just going to be like gods looking up, humans looking up at Mount Olympus, wondering what could have been after being there for only a moment and tasting the sweet ambrosia?
Oh.
I did guest on a podcast, a very wonderful podcast called 99 Questions, hosted by this guy named Bob Buell, where I got asked 99 questions, and I'm never going to have the high of someone paying attention to me and asking me 99 questions in a row. The recording was 3 hours. It was right around my birthday. I think my brain got rewired. You know, like rich kids, how they think everyone just lives like this. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, everyone wants to ask me 99 questions.
Have you been riding that high for the last 3 weeks?
Yeah. It's also like ruined my brain. Like, oh, you didn't get a Mercedes for your Sweet 16? That's odd.
No.
I don't really know how
Wow,
to.
your
relate
parents
to
must
you.
not love you.
No. And the second thing, though, is what really cut me down to size as being a current millennial living in this world. I did get an ice cream maker recently, and I did try my first ice cream foray. I found this Mocha
Okay.
Madness recipe from King Arthur. It didn't have eggs in it,
Ooh,
Brandon, which is why I started
Philadelphia
with that.
style?
Yes,
Or
yeah.
not Philadelphia? I always get those confused.
It was the one without eggs, but still like, you know, it was like all the milk and the cream and it with espresso powder, and Amanda had this dark cocoa with it, and I even left it in the fridge for 24 hours to have it like ferment and get all cool. Here's the problem, and why I remembered I was a millennial living in 2024.
Oh.
The air conditioning in our apartment was not really working well, even though we have mini splits, which are like up on the wall, and like the compressors just weren't working for some quote questionable electrical issue. So it was just kind of blowing regular air out. And then when I was making the ice cream, which was in the kitchen, is in the middle of our apartment where there is no mini split because it's like the middle of this. If you imagine our apartment like a C, it's the middle of the C.
If it's like a living room, but the middle of the living room is lower than the rest of the living room, that's the kitchen. And also, imagine in this universe, heat sinks, and that's what was happening.
Got it.
Folks, can you text 1 to 333-000 if Amanda's description was better, and text 2 if my description was
And
better.
text me for Urban Center.
Damn it! Fuck you! Damn it!
Yeah.
Anyway, I was making the ice cream, and it was 86 degrees in that room, so it didn't ice cream. So
It didn't
I
ice
makes
cream.
sense.
it didn't
Even
ice
in the
cream.
machine?
In the machine, it did not ice cream.
Too
And
hot
how long
outside.
Did you, how long did you freeze the bowl for?
Over 24 hours because I was like, oh, I'm ready to go. And then it wasn't frozen by the time that I thought it was going to come together. I thought the frozen bowl was going to be cold in like 16 hours, and it wasn't because our freezer also wasn't that good. So it was long. I think I might just need to do it for longer. Also, it was really hot in that room, Brandon.
Yeah.
It was really, really was.
I wonder, here's a pitch. Could you get like an extension cord or something, plug it into the wall, put the ice cream machine in the fridge, and close the door, because it's probably a small cable, right? A small cord.
Ooh.
And then churn it in the fridge.
Here's what's
Ah.
crazy is that I can't tell if this is real or chaotic, crazy Brandon.
No, that's real.
But like
No,
that's
real.
kind of
But
great.
it's also
That's real.
chaotic Brandon.
Yeah,
great
no,
idea.
that's pretty good.
It's a great idea.
honestly.
Not
So I'm
bad.
thinking,
Control,
I'm thinking about
baby.
that. But now that the ACs work, hopefully it won't be
Oh, sure.
like 84 degrees in our kitchen. You know, the weird thing about being in my 30s is I'm like, I feel bad, but I don't know why. And there's always a reason why. Maybe I have the neurovirus, or it's too hot in my kitchen. So I trusted my gut, and the ice cream didn't work. And then I tried to save it. I like put some whiskey in it and put it in the freezer to see if it would like come together, because I had churned it for like an hour by that point.
Yeah.
So I put some whiskey in it just to keep it from freezing, and I put it in there, and then it just came out a gloppy mess. chaos. So my first ice cream foray, the thing I was very excited about, didn't work. So I'm really getting pulled in multiple directions here.
Honestly, it might be easier with an egg, like a custard one.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe try that next. Yeah.
Because
Like
it's
a
like
gelato.
the one, like what, Julia?
Like a gelato.
Brandon, please don't step on Julia's culture. Please let
Brandon,
her.
you can
Culture is
do it.
not a costume.
Julia's culture is not a costume. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do it with the egg because like I just didn't want to. My first time, I didn't want to fuck around with it and temper it and cook it and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Making ice cream is very much like learn all the steps and figure out how all the steps work, and then to throw all the fun things in once you know the steps at the proper time.
Mhm.
So it's just like you spend so much time like cobbling together recipes and figuring out where it goes. So I gotta give it another shot.
I have full
Yeah.
faith in you. You're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, you'll get it. Just throw literally everything you're going to use in the freezer. Like everything. Like bowls, spatulas,
The machine itself.
the machine,
Sugar.
your
Pretty
face.
good idea.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Honestly, I'm thinking about it. I definitely think it was just too hot because
Yeah.
it got a little bit of ice cream,
Churnage.
but
Yeah.
nearly not a lot.
Yeah.
And then the woman, the older woman who wrote that King Arthur recipe, her name is PJ, and I'm like, PJ, I'm so sorry. I felt like she was disappointed in me.
PJ's such a good
Aw.
old lady name. I love
Yeah.
that.
That's
what
what
does
I
it stand
said.
for?
I don't
PJ's
know.
proud of you,
I
Eric.
know.
PJ's very proud of
I
you.
was like, you
She
were
is.
definitely a cutie in 1992.
100%.
Like
You know what PJ
you
would
know,
say?
PJ was a hottie in 1993.
Eric, PJ would say like, failing's part of bacon, bud.
Yeah.
It's a
Failing's part
delicious
of bacon.
failure. Like that's what
Mhm.
she'd say.
Mhm.
She'd
Yeah.
say, get back on that horse.
It wasn't delicious. It was icy. It was a
Mm.
bummer.
Well, I ate the extra Oreos, so thank you.
Yes, you did. I threw Oreos into the mocha too. That's what I was so excited about.
Did you freeze the Oreos? You got to freeze the Oreos.
Gotta freeze everything.
Now we
Got to
will.
freeze everything.
Freeze
Damn.
everything.
Now he will.
Brandon has fully crossed over. The Venn diagram is a circle of Brandon's chaotic enthusiasm and Brandon sharing knowledge. It's one on top of the other.
Eric, can I let you into my chaotic brain? So my chaotic brain.
You did it for 7 years. Please don't stop now.
Mhm.
That was great. My favorite part was the accent work. If you like that, you got to hear the rest of party planning by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod.